Okay, we are late. Good evening, everyone. Hello, John Kingston. Thanks for joining. Mr. Zoza, thanks for joining. Mr. MD King, thanks for joining. Um, Miss Abisola Gansalo, thanks for joining. Dan Nodes, thanks for joining. Hi, Mr. Zoza. Lil Savior, thanks for joining. Good evening, Mr. MD King. Thanks for joining. Guys, we are live once more. It's another Wednesday. A Wednesday like never before. Like, I was actually busy, but we are an hour late. That's one thing I want to apologize for. Usually we come live every Wednesday and Friday, 7 p.m. UAE time. And we are usually live for 2 hours. But today I was actually busy. That's why I'm coming at 8 p.m., which is an hour late, but I apologize for that. And usually when we come live, we discuss about life for Africans in the diaspora. We discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we usually do this to encourage people. We want them to be aware that whatever they are facing out of Africa, they are not alone. There are lots and lots of Africans out there who are facing the same thing you are actually experiencing, and you're feeling like you're the last. You like what you're going through is the worst experience that anyone could ever or actually face in life. So we usually encourage people to share their experiences, because by so doing, you'll be encouraging someone to keep pushing. You'll be encouraging someone to keep fighting. You'll be encouraging someone to keep working hard in order to achieve their dreams, their heart desires. You'll be educating someone who hasn't traveled out of Africa. You'll be educating them of the harsh realities of what is happening to Africans in the diaspora. You'll be preparing someone for the future, someone out there. Remember, your testimony is a kind of a guidance to someone out there. So, hello, Mr. I am Collins. Hello, Mr. Chibuike Peter. Hello, Mr. Iona Touch. Hello, Teacher B. Thanks for joining. Hello, Mr. Millie. Okay, now by sharing our experiences, we are building our community. We are building the minds of the people in our community. We are teaching, we are educating the people in our community. We are helping one another. So nation building is all about you and I coming together, teaching ourselves. No matter how little your experience is, no matter how little what you're going to share, you may be thinking, this one I'm sharing is too small, it's irrelevant. No, there's nothing you're going to share that is irrelevant. Someone out there needs to hear these words from you, needs to hear how you have progressed from when you came here and you had little or no experience until you got your first job, how long it took you to stay on your first job, to build your mind, to move forward, the courses you took, the courses, the people you have met, what you have learned. Guys, please, no one is power tapping, and I don't understand why. Please power tap your screen and encourage people to join us live. We usually have amazing speakers, trust me. We usually have amazing speakers who come here. They usually speak wisdom, trust me. I mean, wisdom, whether you like it or not. Wisdom that is irresistible. You cannot just ignore it. It's a lie. It's a lie. Speakers like Teacher B and many others. Yes, Mr. MD. We need to share our stories, what we have been through. Yes, our challenges, our successes. We do not talk down on any country. We do not ridicule any country. We don't say negative things about any particular country. We are just sharing our experiences. So, Mr. MD, if you're interested, we'll be glad to have you if you want to be our first guest of the day. But if you're coming up, you start by telling us your name, where you're streaming from, your country of origin. Then you can progress with your experience in the diaspora. So we'll go straight to the point. We'll start by inviting the few guests we have, the participants we have right now. As I send you the invites, if you're interested, you can come up and share your experience in the diaspora with us. Guys, your experience is very important. I mean, very, very important. Nothing is too small. Nothing is too small. Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. MD. Hello, Mr. Kamzo.
Hello,
Hello, Mr. Kamzo. Greetings to you, whatever your time may be. Hello.
yes, hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for joining the live broadcast. It's all about life for Africans in the diaspora. We discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly. We do not underestimate any experience. So, whatever you're going to say right now is very important to us. And we believe whoever that comes here, it's because God wants you to share that which you're about to share now. So, you've got the mic, Mr. Kamzo. Welcome.
Thank you, Mata. But I don't speak very well in English. This matter.
It's fine. We will understand you. For some of us, we are in the UAE, and your English is very good if you ask me. Your English is very good compared to some of the people we meet and we communicate with.
Okay, I
Yeah.
don't communicate very well, but a little. Well, where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from Cameroon.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have something for us tonight?
No,
Okay. Then thank you. You can go down and let those who are interested, who have something for us to come up and share their experiences in the diaspora. Guys, it's all about the good, the bad, and the ugly. We do not underestimate any experience. Oh my God. Hello, Mr. Gabani. Thanks for joining the live broadcast. Greetings to you, whatever your time may be. It's all about you and I. It's all about what we are experiencing, what we are facing right now. We want our people, our African brothers and sisters back in Africa, to hear it directly from the horse's mouth. That's why I don't like sharing all the stories. I love it when people come up here and share whatever their experiences are. By so doing, whether we like it or not, our people will hear this one day. They will hear this. And usually we have people saying, when I came to diaspora, I tried to discourage some of my friends. I told them it's not easy out here. I told some of my family members it's not easy out here, but they did not believe. They insisted on coming. When they finally made up their minds to come, they looked for someone else because I have been discouraging them from coming. And when that person took money for visa and ticket, accommodation and commission, caution, everything, when they finally got to the airport, they were abandoned. There was no one to pick them from the airport. And at the end of the day, they ended up calling them and they were like, so you went ahead with this thing and you didn't inform me that you were processing your papers to travel. Now you're here, you're stranded, and you're contacting me. Now, little do people back in Africa know that some of us in the diaspora, we take a room and we share. We live in bed space. We live in partitions. We don't own buildings. We don't own flats. There are just a few, just a handful of Africans in the diaspora, especially in our UAE. There are just a handful of Africans that own flats. And people do not understand. People do not understand this. Hello, Inaya. People do not understand this. And now, at the end of the day, when they are stranded at the airport, in you again to come to their rescue. So, guys, I want us to share all these things. If you have such an experience, if such a thing has happened to you, if you have been trying to educate your people to tell them, I'm here in the UAE, my salary is just 1,200. I'm managing 300 for my feeding, and my company is providing accommodation and transportation. So I can only be able to save maybe 800 dirhams. 800 dirhams is just 100 and something thousand. But we have thousands of Africans who still manage to send something to their family members back home. You know, some of our people back home are not appreciative, and we still endure. We still give
The
them.
thing is that
At the end of the day, they still tell you the amount you're sending is too small. Guys, it's high time we start speaking up. We are not condemning our family members. We are not condemning our parents. We are not condemning our elderly ones, our uncles, aunties, cousins, nephews. But we just want them to understand that sometimes for some of us who are in the diaspora, we need love. We need appreciation. We need encouragement. We need care. We need that genuine concern from our loved ones. It gives us hope. It gives us reasons to continue struggling. It gives us reasons to continue pushing forward. Hello, Mr. Metenish. I remember this name. You've been with us. Greetings to you, whatever your time may be.
greetings matter.
Thanks for joining
I guess
again.
I guess I guess we share the same time.
Hmm. Okay. So please, where are you streaming from?
The same place where you are.
Okay. 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 So we have a real hustler in the house because I keep saying it every day. The real hustlers, when we are talking about Africans in the diaspora, the real hustlers are in UAE. Argue with your
Yeah,
keyboard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the honest truth is that I've heard all what you have been saying, and the only thing I can say is that the best teacher in this life is experience. You know,
Mm,
sometimes when you try to advise people, they say, "Oh, it's because you are there now, you are making it. You don't want another person to come and make it the way you are making it." You know, when I first came here, I heard all those kind of stories, and I was like, "Okay, if you don't believe me, then make your way here. Come here and see what it is." And there were about 2 or 3 persons who decided to take the bull by the horn and say they will come and try and see us. So, no problem. Because initially I was advising them that if you have a little money and you are really interested in traveling abroad, try Europe, try America, try somewhere else. Don't try an Arab country. But they
mm,
were like, no, no, Dubai, since Dubai has a name. So they were like, oh, everything. I said, okay, come and try. And out of the 3 that came, about 2 of them did not make up to a month here. They had to return.
see?
You see? They said,
Yeah.
if I knew. I said, no. I said, no, don't say if I knew. You knew because I gave you the
Mm,
details to the last detail.
yeah.
So sometimes we shouldn't feel bad when family is putting pressure on us here because,
Mm,
and we shouldn't feel like we are wicked when we don't respond to their demands or their requests because we also have a life. If you are not careful in this Dubai or in this UAE, you are going to work here for 10 years and you will not have even up to 1 million francs in your account
mm,
because you are solving problems here and there, here and there. So I decided to say, well, if people think that it is wickedness for not giving them something, let it be so. But God knows
mm,
best.
mm. I like
You see?
that point. If people think that it is wickedness for not giving them something, let it be so. I'll jot it down. Whew. Mm,
Yeah. So that's just it. That's just it. And we should have peace in our hearts to be confident that God is not angry with us
yeah.
if we don't give because we don't actually have. We should try to think of it that way. Because God also sees the detail from how much you are earning and how you are spending and what you are going through. He sees it to the last.
Mm,
So if you say you don't have, you actually don't have. If you can succeed to spare 5,000 or 10,000 sometimes to help out some family issues, all right. But it shouldn't be like a routine. It becomes like you take the entire family responsibility on your head. My
mm.
brother, my sister, you're going to die before your time
We
because
have
there
Mr.
is a lot of
MD.
stress.
We have Mr. MD King here. He says, look after yourself first, then you can help
Yes,
others.
yes, yes. It's better for you to take the name of a wicked person because you are trying to look after yourself. Okay, look at the UAE, for example. If you become sick in this country, in fact, that's when you will see that your salary is useless because
Especially if
your
you don't
company
have an
will.
insurance.
Yes, and most companies here don't give the insurance,
Yeah.
and the insurance is not usually even the companies that give is never usually 100%. Most of the time it's like 70% or 60% or whatsoever. So imagine you have a serious situation, yeah, that needs you to go to the hospital and stay there for like 2 weeks or 1 week. Who is going to foot all those bills? Even your salary for the next 2-3 months have to disappear because of that. And the family back at home, nobody will tell you, okay, I can support you 100,000, I can support you 50,000. Nobody. So these are things we have to think about before we are giving money back at home.
Thank you so much, Mr. Metenish. Like, you are super amazing. I keep saying it. We need several voices to keep repeating these things to our people. See, trust me, we keep saying this almost every week. We come live twice a week. We say things, and after a day or two, or a week, or after 2 weeks, those same things keep repeating themselves. Like weeks ago, we were discouraging people from giving out their personal documents to be it family members, friends, trusted, close people. Do not give out your personal documents like your ID cards, your pay slip, or anything to anybody to acquire anything, be it
Yeah.
SIM card, a flat, whatever. Don't give out your personal documents. Another thing we were discouraging people from doing, we discourage them from, we are not saying don't help, but do not carry luggage for someone, be it from Africa to diaspora, without
Yeah.
knowing what is inside.
The content. Yeah, the
Without,
content.
yes. Or carrying from diaspora back to Africa without knowing the content. But at the end of the day, our brothers and sisters are falling into this mess again and again and again.
I'm good.
We keep saying it, a word to a wise is sufficient. Now, you have just explained to us, and Mr. MD is confirming, take care of yourself before taking care of others. You just said it now. It's okay to be called wicked.
Yeah.
Deep in your heart, you know you want to help, but you don't have the means. But people will never,
Yeah.
like I have come to realize it's just human nature. People will never want
Yeah.
to understand you. It's all about me, me, me. They don't think about you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they
Yeah.
are not getting what they want to their satisfaction, you're bad, you're
Yeah.
wicked. They
Yeah.
will call you names, they'll do everything possible to tarnish your image, but it's fine. Hello, Mr. CP. Thanks for joining. See, it's as bad as it is, and I'm glad we have people testifying. So you out there, don't kill yourself thinking, your situation is the worst. If they are calling you names because you're unable to support them to like as much as they want, they are never satisfied with the little you're giving them. Baba, keep pushing. Take care of yourself. Start
Yeah. Yeah.
thinking, start reflecting about your dreams, your goals. What do you want for yourself?
Yeah.
Start thinking
And
about yourself.
yeah, and there is also one thing. Some people take it as if it's a right, Like you can have a family member or a friend per se who says, "Oh, I'm in such and such a situation. I need help," and then you decide to send like 5,000 or 10,000 to help out, and then he or she says, "Okay, you have helped out this first time." After 1 or 2 weeks, he or she tries again and say, "Okay, I need help again, this and that." So they take it like a routine. You
Mm,
see, and when you fail to give, you become that evil person.
yeah, you're
So
wicked.
these are techniques. So the thing is, if you give somebody money back at home, if it's not like a life or death situation that you can actually see, if they do a video, somebody is really down in the hospital sick, that you can help in such as, if it's not such a condition, if you give once, you give twice, it's done. That's it. The next time the person asks you, tell no, I don't have. I'm very sorry.
Mm,
I've not even eaten today. You tell them,
sincerely.
put them in that condition also. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't set that boundary, in the end, you will work and keep paying other people's bills.
Can you imagine? They'll be advancing back in Africa. You're
Of course,
here,
of course, of course.
stagnant, on the same position, the same
Yeah,
spot. You're not moving forward.
yeah,
You're not
yeah,
investing in yourself. You're not doing
yeah.
anything to develop yourself.
So that's just the issue. And when you go back to Cameroon, you will discover that these are people I left them just 2 years ago. This one is having a shop. This one is having a business. This one is having a car. This one is building a house. And you'll be like, what have I been doing in the UAE for the past 2, 3 years? You see, and those are the same people who were requesting that you give them money, help me, my pa did die, my mommy did die, all those kind of things.
We never chop since morning, since
Uh-huh,
last week.
uh-huh.
We drink nagari.
So
We churn a white rice and oil.
I think people back at home take advantage a lot. They take
A
advantage of those
lot.
who are abroad a lot,
A
especially for
lot.
those who are in the UAE. And
Yeah.
they don't need to know what you're going through. And that's why for me, if somebody gets angry that, oh, it's because I've come here now and I'm like this, I'm being proud, you are being proud, all those things. I say, okay, mama, oh, papa, please, if you think I'm being proud, look for, it's not too expensive to come to the UAE. Look for your 1.2 or 1.3 million. Look for your way and come here. When you come here also, start being greedy. Let's see how it turns out. Or start
Mr.
being generous.
MD
Yeah.
says, Mr. MD says, some people are just receivers. They always want.
Yeah.
Some even lie to extract money from you. Oh my God, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you've been in the UAE, like if you've been working in the UAE for the past 2 years and you've been receiving salary and you've been helping people back home, trust me, just just take out time and trick these people. You realize, you discover that I've been lying to you a lot of things, a lot.
Yeah.
People just wake up from you even find someone, maybe they'll find a dress attractive and they want to get it. They'll come and lie to you just because they want to purchase that item. When you're here, you cannot, Jesus, you cannot go to a
See,
proper
my
shop.
my dear, the truth is that it's good for you to create. For me, what I finally discovered was okay. The best thing for me to do is to create an account that it will be almost impossible for me to access while I'm here,
Hmm.
so that each time I get my salary, the percentage I've decided that that's what I'm going to be saving every month, I first pull that out immediately and push it into that account.
Hmm.
So that no matter what is happening, I tell you I don't have. And I don't have is I don't have. Because I can't even access that account from here.
Mhm.
So that's the kind of account I decided to create for myself in such a way that even if I need money from here, it will be impossible. I must be there in person to access it. So
Hello,
that is
Sister
just the kind of
Carol
thing.
Brown. Thanks for joining.
So that is
Wow.
the kind of situation you need to create. Otherwise, somebody might bring a situation and fake it.
Yeah.
It will seem real and fake it and say that, oh, I'm dying, oh, this, oh,
Hmm.
I collapse, and all those kind of things. And you'll be tempted and run around and remove 25,000 from your small chicken change salary
Hmm.
that you're receiving.
That's the thing. We
25,000,
like
30,000, 50,000.
Guys, we need to sing this particular part. We need those people back in Africa to understand that most Africans in the UAE, their salaries are just peanut salary. It's not as
Yes,
much as the
yes.
thing, but it's just because it's like
And we,
God selected the people He's sending to the UAE. Trust me, Africans coming to the UAE are very kind. They are
yes,
soft
yes,
hearted.
yes.
Trust me, that's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I have met people, they don't even have jobs. Hmm? But they are begging, they are struggling to gather 10 dirhams from people to make it up to 50 dirhams to send back home. That's someone
yeah,
that doesn't have a job. Africans in
yeah.
the UAE are very kind. They are
And the irony in
soft-hearted
it,
to a fault.
and the irony in it is that you see, as the Africans in UAE are this kind. If you check those who are back in the US and they were the best countries, the most comfortable countries, they are the ones who are much more stingy. If you are
Yeah.
looking at it critically,
Mhm.
for somebody in the US to send you money in Cameroon, it's not that easy. They will give you all kind of excuses.
Yeah.
You see, so the thing is really funny. It's really
Hello,
really funny.
Mr. Legend. That's something I want us to talk about because at the end of the day, most Africans in the UAE are very hardworking. They are working hard,
Yeah.
taking the little they earn, and they are sending it back home. And people, I'll call it like they misuse it sometimes. But now we have to work on that. You
Yeah,
cannot
and
be
people are
going back
ungrateful.
after 2 years, 4 years with nothing, but you've been
Yeah.
working. They have been playing over your intelligence. You've been sending them
Yeah.
the money.
So it's for me, I think when we discuss, people should really know because it's like people don't know how much
Hmm.
like the average salary of Africans here in the
You
UAE
don't
is.
know.
Yeah,
The
these are things
the
one
problem is
we should make public.
Yes, Mr. The Legend.
I think it's network.
the
Yeah.
problem is good evening.
Good evening, sir. Thanks for
How are you
joining.
doing? Hope every yeah, maybe network problem. Yeah, I have some network issue.
Okay.
Nevertheless, yeah, good evening. I greet everybody.
Welcome.
Yeah, I just try to hear what you are trying to say about sending money home and stuff like that. Yeah, what you are saying is not far from the truth, but sometimes sometimes we are the one who are the cause of that thing of sending money home all the time, sending money home. Because the reason why I say so because maybe the people back home when they will ask you for money, you send, you ask you money, you send, they ask you money, you send. So definitely they will know that you have the money.
That's the
I
thing.
get your
Yeah.
point.
So why can't you send the money to them?
When they
But
have the
if
idea
you
that you
take a
have the money
decision,
already.
they ask you money this month, you send. Next month they ask, or next time you see you don't have. Another time they ask, you say you don't have. They will know their stand.
Mm,
They will know where they will know that no, this person does not have money. But for example, if I ask you, give me 100 dirhams, you give me. The next time I come, you give me. Definitely, you don't have money. So sometimes let's try to be resilient. Let's try to resist them back home.
That is it. That is
Let
it.
them
Yeah.
understand that it's not easy. If I
mm.
send you money, sometimes I
I
for
like
one,
this point
when I
as
send you
well.
money back home, even to my family, I tell them what to do.
Mm,
I sometimes when I send money, I tell them what to do, what they have to do. And when they send me their list, I nullify most of the item, most of what they are doing. And there is something again, you have to have a budget limit. After,
That's what I was
if
saying.
you are after you are pay your partition, yeah, where you are,
Yeah.
wherever you are staying, your transportation and the like. For
mm,
example, if you are earning 1,000 dirhams, maybe you pay your best pay, maybe 300, your transportation and everything, maybe let's say 500. That's what you have spent because
mm,
you cannot do without it. Then part of the 500 that is left, for example, you say, from this 500 that is left, my limit is 250. Whatsoever happens or whatsoever comes after that 250, my friend, next month, then the part of the 250 you keep it. So the point I'm trying to say, you have a budget limit.
mm,
In that 500 that is left, you say in this 500, my budget limit, after when you have removed your expenses, my
mm.
budget limit for every month is 250 dirhams or is 300. Anybody
Well,
that comes after that 300 dirhams, you tell him, my friend, sorry, I don't have money. That is what we call budget limit. You got the point.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
So these are some of the
and
areas. This is what we really
and
need to put in place.
I
Please,
buy the
we have
idea that
another
you're saying.
comment here from Mr. Val 730. Hello to you. Thanks for joining. He says that Dubai wages are too small. That's
Of
a
course.
whole topic on its own, and
Yeah,
we'll talk about that another time. But now let's
yeah.
tackle the fact that we are already receiving something. And and now from this little we are receiving, we are misusing it. Yes, we mismanage it. Most of us Africans out here in the UAE, let me use UAE as a case study. We mismanage our money. We don't know how much to send back home. We don't know how much we should use for our own personal upkeep and how much we should use for, let me call miscellaneous. We misuse our money. That's why most of us end up maybe after a year or two or three or four, we cannot show. something that this is what I have achieved for these 2 years. This is what I have achieved for these 4 years, for these 6 years, for these 8 years. So that's something we are alive today to tackle. So if you have an idea, guys, you can help us. You can come with your contribution. Mr. The Legend is here. So what he said is true. We gave our people back home that authority to control us, to play over our intelligence. Because when they call, please, I need 1,000, you send. Usually we are in a hurry to send. Tomorrow they'll call for 2,000. The next day they'll call for 3,000. The next day it will be 4,000. Before you know it, they're demanding for 5,000. How much are you earning? How much are we earning?
That's just how it is now. That's just how
Yeah.
it is. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said we have to define an average salary of a
Mm.
UAE resident. This is what we should make clear, so that when we are talking, because we don't know, people are listening from Cameroon, people are listening from everywhere. Those who are back at home and they are
Mr.
getting this life,
Mr.
they should
Vaz is also
they should
saying something here. He says it's also the impression those who are out give to those back home. Very true. He's
Yes, that
correct.
is what this the other guy was saying. That's what the other guy was saying here already. That when you start giving and giving and giving, then they think that they have the impression that you have a lot to give.
Mm.
You see,
Yeah.
but again, on the contrary, too, if you don't give, then they think you are stingy, you are wicked.
Mm-hmm.
You have come
Mm-hmm.
abroad and you are like on the plum tree and you don't want your
But
brothers to pick the plums on the ground.
another point too is sometimes it's poor communication. If you're unable to communicate with your people, despite the fact that most times they will not believe you, but it's good to tell them.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah. That's what
earning
I'm saying.
much. My job is this, this, this. Tell them the truth. They are your people. They are your
That's why I'm
people.
saying, that's why I'm saying, as we are discussing here, we could just make it clear so that those who
Yes.
are listening from Cameroon will
Yes.
understand that once you are in the UAE and you are a resident, you have a job.
Mm-hmm.
Majority, over 80% of the population, your salary is, let's just say, between 1,003 and 1,500 dirhams,
That
which
is
is
it.
approximately which is approximately
200,
200 or
250.
210,000.
That
Yes,
is
or
it.
250 maximum. So that
Yeah.
people should know. So they should know that you are equal to a secondary school government teacher, something like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
so that they should have an idea of how much you are earning
Yeah.
and how much you are spending. Then
Very
let them
true.
know that the houses here are not the same like how the way you pay houses there in Cameroon. You see, how many 300 dirhams, 400 dirhams, close to 100,000 only for your housing.
Yeah.
So
So
if you
how
are
much
earning
is
that
left?
250, yeah, that is it. So that's why I say when we discuss in this context, then people they start thinking, so this is how it is really. Because some people don't know, they just think that when you are in Dubai, you are earning like 1.5 million per month. That's what some people think. You see?
My
Some people
brother,
think,
the problem is particularly our family members. You
that's
can
what
lie
I'm
to
saying.
everybody, but to me, you cannot lie to your family. You are the one to make your family to know that that is what is happening with you.
Thank
You
you.
are
That's
the
true.
one. Because
Thank you.
Yeah.
if you are mute, if you are very silent,
Mm.
they will work on you. So you
Mm.
want to make them to know, though you cannot expose your salary to them, that this is what I'm receiving in
Mm-hmm.
France CFA. Maybe if your salary is 200,000, for example, you tell them, I'm receiving 120, then the other 80 is for you. But still on that 120, they know that is 120 you are earning. On that 120, you still have a part to play. You still have to restrict them that they should not be asking you money. That because yeah, you are the one to pay your feeding. Maybe
Yeah.
if you are sick, you are the one to take care of it. So
Mm.
everybody should limit the way he's asking, is requesting for money.
Hello,
And
guys.
sometimes again,
We
hello.
have Sister Rose here in the comment section. She says, but some
Yes.
family are not understanding.
If they
That's
are
the
not,
issue now.
if families are not understanding, you have to understand the most pride. There are people in your family you have to prioritize. Your father and your mom. Once those people are satisfied, once you have given them something, my friend, even their uncle whatsoever, after 6 years, the problem is that we are so soft minded, very soft. To
Thank
be
you so
success,
much, Mr. Legend. That's just what we
to
were
be
saying here. If I got selected the people he sent to UAE, Africans in the UAE are so soft-minded. They are super kind. They are kind to a fault. They are kind to people. They are kind to their family members, and they are selfish, or rather, let me say, they are wicked to themselves.
because let me tell you
And
something before.
their kindness is not even regarded as anything.
Yes.
It's not regarded. So why wasting my energy where my kindness is not regarded? So what
That,
I always say this: when my mom and my dad, when I've sent them money, it means I've sent them really well.
that's why I said
He
earlier
he who
here
has
that
a soft heart to
for
give will always give.
that is the issue. That's why I say
It-
one has to work on your conscience because it's a matter of conscience. It's a
yes, it's
matter
a
of
matter of
conscience.
conscience.
That is the issue. Yes,
If you
it's a
have the
matter of
soft
if you
heart
have
to
the
give,
if you,
you will
yes, you,
give without any problem. But it's just that how much are you saving for your
You,
own self?
you
Because you
know
need
that
to save
soft
for
heart
yourself.
like that will make you achieve one person. Remember that go. Remember that when you go back home, I wanted to give an example. When I was coming here, somebody gave me advice. He told me, please don't go to any religion as you are going. Don't forget about those things you are sending money to your uncle, your this family member. Once your mother and your father is okay, it's okay. He said those people who you send money to them, when you are coming back home, they will still be expecting something from you.
from you,
So why
yes.
sending all the time you are sending money? You send your uncle maybe 20,000, 50,000. Then when you are planning to go maybe after 2 years, he is still expecting money from you. And when you don't give, it's a problem. So I for one see, I don't send. I can send money to my uncle maybe after 4 months. And remember that you cannot satisfy the whole family. That is also the truth.
That's the
Let's
fact.
not fool ourselves. We cannot satisfy everybody.
So, guys, I want us to talk
So
about something.
sometimes we need to.
Let's assume for someone earning maybe 1,000 dirhams, how much do you
Stop
all
our
think
bandage.
is okay to send to your family members, like to your mom and your dad?
Our bandage,
If
buddy.
you want to do it, if you want to do it on a monthly basis, let's say that 1,000 dirham is 150, for example,
Yeah.
right? If you want to do it on a monthly basis, every month, I think 20,000 should be maximum.
So,
20,000 should be
that
maximum.
prefer to power bank also.
Guys, please, if you're not speaking to us, mute yourself. Okay, let's just
Okay,
mute ourselves so we can be in order,
thank you,
please.
thank you.
There,
Yeah, so I
somebody
was
was
saying
saying
something.
you have something. Okay.
Yeah, she asked that for someone who is earning like 1,000 dirhams,
Yeah.
how much would you advise such a person to send back home to their father and mother monthly? That's why I was responding and I said, if it is every month that you decide that you have to be sending to your father and your mother every month, for me, I see that 20,000 should be maximum because that's roughly 150,000 francs CFA,
That's 50
depending on
dirham.
the exchange rate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the maximum should be 20,000 per month
Okay.
if you want to give every month.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We have our sister here in the comment section, Sister Carol Brown, and she's asking a question. Why would you come here and earn 1,000 AED in the first place? Then why did you come here? My sister.
Good.
No.
Let me answer. Let
Okay.
me answer
Okay.
her.
Thank you.
Please let me answer her first.
Thank you.
This place, in as much as this place is very tough, but the advantages of being here are way better than or are higher than those of being in Cameroon, the present Cameroon today. Let me list them out. The first advantage of you earning that little money that you are earning here is that you are earning it in a safe environment. Point number one. Your safety is assured here. You are not afraid of a thief coming to attack you and anything. You are not afraid of losing your life, as it is the case in Cameroon now. where they are shooting people like flies. That's the first thing. Secondly, it is easier for you to manage money in this kind of work condition because the way this system of UA is built, if you are not someone who really has a high desire of just drinking and joker, you understand? If you don't have that kind of excess desire, you will see that you start managing your money without even knowing that you are managing money. Why do I say so? Because most of the jobs here are done, they are long hours jobs. And when you finish with those jobs, immediately you finish, you go to your room, you sleep, take your shower, come back, the same routine daily. So you find yourself that you hardly go out because of the nature of your job. So it already gives you some level of discipline to manage money. I'm saying this so that other person in the comment section should
Yeah.
see the differences.
Yeah.
Whereas if you are in Cameroon, every day is almost like a holiday in Cameroon because you come back in the evening and you have time with your friends to drink beer and eat chicken and all those things. That's wasting money. So even if you are earning like 200,000 in Cameroon, if you are not careful, by the end of the month or by the end of the next month, when you are expecting something, you have just about 20,000 in your hands
Yeah.
because of the way of life in Cameroon. So the
Yeah.
way of
Very
life matters a lot. The way of life in this country, you don't easily see beer anyhow here, even though beer is available, but you don't just see it like you just go to the street and sit and just be drinking anyhow.
true.
No, you have to hide to
You
drink
are
here.
even afraid. You are even afraid because they
You have
can
to,
catch you.
you see,
Mhm.
so those are advantages of this area, even though this area has its own very dark sides, but those are its own advantages. So if you consider these two things I have compared, you will see that it is better to be here for now than to be in Cameroon. Because Cameroon, the present condition of Cameroon is not like Cameroon of yesterday. Look at the news the other day, they were saying how many people died in Bamenda. You see, and just be sitting in front of your door, you can just die like that.
Yeah.
You see,
Uh,
so safety is not assured.
Hello, sir. Please excuse me. Thank you so much, Mr. Emas. God is with us for this comment. He's saying to Carol Brown, it's sad, but reality to some, and that's what I want us to understand. But we must get out of such category. That's why we are here. See, there are thousands of people I know who cannot even come up here to speak. Why? Because they are afraid. Because I even know people whose salaries are 800 dirhams. Because I live around company accommodation. I meet so many
Yeah,
Africans. Sometimes I love going to the park behind our building because when you go there, oh my God, it got to a time I was so scared, and I said to myself, I'll no longer go to that park because it was so scary. The kind of people you meet there, you will see someone sitting so sad, and you want to approach them. Hello, sis, why are you this sad? Ah, when you hear their stories, you feel like you're already in paradise. Trust me.
yeah,
But if
yeah.
you hear, if people tell you their stories, their experiences, sometimes I'm even scared to share them here. That's why I feel like it's okay when I have people get like you all to talk to us so people can hear it. They should not be hearing it from me all the time. There are people taking even, oh Jesus, there are people signing even 600 dirhams in their contract.
Of course, of course.
There are people whose
It's
basic salaries are
possible.
even 400, 500 dirhams. You will not believe it
Yeah,
until you
yeah.
see. I have seen people's contracts. Is that bad?
What you are saying is true, my dear. What you are saying is true.
It's very true.
Yeah,
To such is very true. To such people earn 1,000 dirhams like that.
yeah.
I wanted to chip in something from what that my brother said about sending 20,000 francs. Some like I would say like what I do is my opinion, my own weight. I want to share
Mm.
like that 20,000 you are saying like that. Send me. If I send 20,000 home this month, next month I will not send. The other month I send. The other month I don't send. So the months which I don't send, I preserve it and I keep it for myself, my own personal use, because that is a way I can take to meet up at least to increase my own standard. So if I send 150 this month, next month I will not send. I will just keep the money. Maybe the following month I will not send. I I, I send, then after 1 month, 2 months before I send again. The months which I
Wow.
don't send, I keep for myself.
Wow. Mr.
So
Legend, thank you very much. That's a
that is what
very
I
good
wanted to chip.
idea if your people would understand with you.
I make them understand. What I have to say, you have to make them to understand. To understand that is what is
And
happening.
depending
You
on
are
your on what
like that.
depending on the projects you also have at hand, you know, for yourself and
Yeah, yeah.
before your family. So that
You are doing you are doing like that to meet up with your own personal needs. My point of interest sometimes is this. Do remember that when you are going home, they are still expecting something from you.
Yeah.
yes.
So why sometimes I ask myself, why would I keep on sending money to them when I know when I'll be going back home, I will keep sending them, giving them something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said sometimes you have to be hard to make the journey. It
Yeah,
is
that
not
is
easy
it.
to be successful, but you have to be hard. If you on your family member, you have to be hard on them because the stress we go through now. It is summer. You cannot withstand the sun outside. So we
Very
need to be hard. Even those who are very successful people, there sometimes you have to be alone. Forget what there are
true.
times if you really want to be successful, you have to be alone sometimes. Whereby your family member will say, give them this one. You say no, I don't have. And you have to stand on it. And that time they will not talk to you. Okay, Kali Wale, if you be alone
Hello,
for that
Mr.
moment,
Legend.
yes, ma.
Thank you so much. Due to time, because we have so many participants today, like everybody wants to say something. So, and we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Mr. Tinkini here. He's already requesting that matter accord time for each. So, we'll work
Yeah.
according to time, please. Mr.
Okay,
Metenish, do you
okay,
have
okay.
anything to say? We'll start from Mr. Metenish because he was the first. So, you get it. So, we'll be giving
Yeah,
3 minutes max.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
yeah, it's true.
Well,
Let's be order, it's
well,
true.
like you talked about the situation even here in the country matter about the people who are in places where they cannot even afford. They tell you their problems, you will not be able to bear it. You see, life is really. If you don't have a conscience, you won't even think of like, can I even help this person with 5 dirham? You just look at the situation and pass by. You see, so that's why I was suggesting that if you have like 1,000 dirham to send back home and you decide you want to send monthly, then that maximum should be 20,000. Otherwise, if you are not
Mm,
sending every month, then you can decide to change the amount. So,
okay.
but for me, in the end, it really boils down to your conscience. What is comfortable with you? What your mind will tell you to do. It boils down to you. But whatever your conscience tells you, you should match it with what is coming in your account, with how much you are earning, and see that can I live, if I
Yeah,
live like this after 5 years, what will I achieve for myself? Because in the end, it has to be you. Because if you don't achieve anything, then it is pointless for coming here in the first place. And in the end,
yeah,
the same people you were trying to help that caused your downfall will still be the ones to mock you and laugh at you that your friends came here, they have made it, they have businesses and all of that, and you are a failure. You came here, you were running behind ladies. That will be the story. You see?
yeah.
So for now, I think number one point is your conscience. Number two, you match it with how much you are earning. For now, that's what I have to say.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Metenish. Hello, Mr. Legend.
No, what I wanted to say, I've already said it already. So you can
Okay.
just skip to the next person.
Okay. Thank you so much. Hello, Sir Bamid. Hello, Sir Bamid. Are you available? Please, you can unmute yourself. Okay. If he's not, we'll move to Mr. Think with me. Hello, Mr. Think with me. Please unmute yourself. Thanks for joining.
Yes, as always, Martha. Sorry I'm a bit late today. We got stuck in traffic. There was some kind of accident on the way. But
Oh,
I'm glad to be here as always. And as usual, keep up the good work, Martha. It's a good thing.
okay.
Yeah, but even still on the journey, I was in the background. You know, I'm always in the background listening in. And like always, I'm going to look at it in a different angle. You see, Martha, we all, in this UAE, we're working for multi-billion companies, right? These
Yeah.
are companies that operate on big-time capital, right?
Mm-hmm.
Despite all this big capital, okay, these guys operate on a budget. There is a certain amount of money for each and every department to accomplish a goal, which goal is to earn profits. If a multi-billion company can have a budget If a multi-billion company can work towards a goal, which goal is to earn a profit, how about little you that is earning 1,000 dirham? What do you call yourself? I want to ask guys, what do you guys think you are? That little as you're earning, you think you're entitled to start dishing out your money to every Tom, Dick, and Harry just out of sympathy or empathy or social status, prestige. Some of you guys send money back home so that people can say, "Oh, my Oga is in Dubai, or my son is in Dubai," for social prestige. Useless things. You see, Manta, the money that you're sending, if you're sending money for food, then you're only helping. This is called helping or supporting. Evaluate yourself. The money that you're earning, how are you breaking it down, and what is your profit? Because why do I call it a profit? Because in life is a business. There are losses, there are profits, there are gains.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, if you wake up in the morning, all of us in this platform are trading time for money. We are trading our backs, our body, our muscles, our brain, our mental strength for exchange of money. Now, after we've earned this money, now we're busy dashing it out foolishly. I'll give you an example. A guy that is earning 1,000 dirham, okay, if you send let's say, say let's say 200 dirham to your mother or to your uncle or to your auntie or to whatever, all these people that always claim to pray for you, if you send this money to those people that always pretend that they prayed for you, okay, they don't know how you got the visa and all these things. If you send 200 dirham, do you know that you have sent 20% of your money? Do you know that 20% of 30 days, you understand, is 6 days? It means that the 200 dirham that you have sent, you have actually sent a 6 days work of your sweat, of your energy, of your life. You're not growing younger, Martha. You're growing older. Now you're sending to somebody out there for him to fill his belly and sleep. You understand? But you're sacrificing your 6 days hard-earned money. The same people, if you came back and you didn't do anything, they'll say you went abroad and you came back a failure. If you came back successful, they'll say we prayed for you, but because you got money, now you think we are useless and you're on top of the world. What I'm trying to say is that their needs will never end. Needs of people will never end. Make a budget. All these things that you're sending money to so and so, put them in the bracket of miscellaneous, because you're giving them money unconditionally. You understand? Some people even go ahead and lend out money. I still call it helping because there's no contract, there's no agreement, there's no security. You understand? You're lending money to an uncle and you think he'll pay you back. Are you crazy?
Never.
Miscellaneous should have the lowest percentage of your earning. I'm not saying don't give. If you want to pretend to be a good Christian, or I'm a good Christian and all these things, give 10%, have a miscellaneous budget. That in my 1,000 dirham, I can only have a miscellaneous of 100 dirham. Whether somebody swallowed a razor blade, whether somebody was moving and stepped on a hole, whether this guy was moving and he was hit by a bus, you only have 100 dirham to deal with all these problems. Jesus was one. You're not going to be another Jesus. Even Jesus came, he tried, he failed. You know what these assholes did to him? They sacrificed him on the cross. The point is, do what you can in your budget. And on top of that matter, people spend money on other people, but the question is, what are you spending on yourself? When was the last time you invested in yourself? This is the saying, you need to feed the body that makes the money. You understand? Feed the body that makes the money. You don't eat well. You're eating kubus and some kind of strange sauce. You understand? You're busy trying to save. You're drinking Coca-Cola, which is going to cause you cancer when you're 60 years. But you're busy dashing out 200 dirham, which could buy you fruits and vegetables to keep your body healthy and smart, or pay a gym membership to keep fit. You understand? You're killing yourself at the expense of others. So, long story short, have a budget. When this budget is crossed, that is it. Invest in yourself. I'm telling you, I have no problem with you taking yourself to KFC and eating your own money. I'm not saying spend all of it, but I am saying have a budget for everything. And when anything exceeds that budget, That is it. And remember, as all of us, as we're employees, we are all nothing but a number. Mother, I am very sure at your workplace you have a number. I don't know what your number is, but my number is 2528. In my company, they don't know my name. My name is 2528. Employee 2528 has resigned. Employee 2528 has been terminated. Employee 2528 has done all this. Even when they're signing my check, okay, they'll put the name, of course, on the check. But at the end of the day, when they're filling out a pay slip, they'll say employee 2528. You are just a number. And what do we do with numbers? Numbers can be multiplied, they can be divided, they can be subtracted. The question is, where will you be when they subtract you from the log or from the payment list of the company? But even when they subtract you from that list, people will still need money from you. Long story short, have a budget. Forget about everybody else. Do what you can, what you cannot do, forget about it. You're not here to save everybody. Invest in yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Think with me. As usual, I keep saying it whenever he comes, the atmosphere is different. It's different. Yeah, whether you like it or not, he knows what he wants to say. No matter how you guys try to sugarcoat it, no matter how you try to make it seem okay, it's a lie. He will tell you, bam bam, as bitter as it is. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you for coming. You were not there on Friday. You have your fine. You pay it later. Okay, let's move to the next speaker. Hello, Sis Rose. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Welcome. Thanks for joining the show. You've been amazing in the comment section. I see your comments popping, popping, popping.
Mr. Think with me just said everything, but
Wow.
there are some people that have soft mind. They will say something, and at the end of the day, they'll start feeling guilty. They'll be like,
This issue of mine, this is
but what he said is 100% like, if you really want to make it, just work with what he said.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sister Rose. And indeed, what he said is true. If you have that strong heart, you will take it. But I know most of the Africans we have in this our UAE, I keep saying it. It's like God selected the people he sent to UAE.
Yes.
Yes, he selected them. He
That's true.
selected us for life.
Because many people think that in UAE or in other Arab country, we do work per hour, which is not true.
It's not true.
They'll be like, hey, you do work every day. I know how much they pay you per hour. I'll be like, they don't pay per hour. Maybe if you work in a company, you have 2 shifts. That's it, but it's not per hour.
They are back home and they are
Yeah, they always
calculating the
think that,
money for
yes,
you. They
you
are
will be the
calculating the
one
1 hour.
working. You will be the one working. You'll be the one in UAE or other African country. But someone knows when you receive your salary, or when you're completing a year, or when you're completing 6 months. They'll be like, you're over 6 months and you don't have anything. So the mentality back home is frustrating. But for me now, I don't have any contacts. I
Wow.
only have my mom and my little siblings.
Wow.
So if you give anybody my contact, I'm blocking you. That's it.
Yes, Teacher B. There's a whole lot of work that, whether we like it or not, it's on our neck. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on this financial literacy thing. Like, I met a case today. That's why this one is really it's really fresh in my mind. Like, people are suffering. They don't know how to manage their finances. And I don't want us to look at people earning big salary. No. Let's work on 1,000 dirham salary. People earning 1,000 and below. Can you imagine? They don't know how much to send home. They don't know how much to use for their upkeep, and they don't know what to save. It's bad. It's bad.
Martha, just a quick one. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay.
I beg to differ. Martha, as I speak now, just last week, one of my former colleagues, okay, he
Mm.
left the country, okay, he was earning 17,000. But just last week, he sent me a message pleading, like, bro, please, can you help me with 1,500 dirham? In my country, that's 1.5 million. So it's not really about those who earn less or those who earn more. Financial discipline it's, I think we need to get a different day and talk about financial discipline.
Yeah.
It is not surface. It's a big topic. It's too bad that you bring it up now, but it's a huge topic.
My goodness, guys, did you hear what he just said? We're talking about someone earning 17,000 dirham. Huh? I need to see that guy. Like, I need to ask him some questions. Is he okay? We are talking about 17 people's salaries. No, because we're talking about people earning 1,000 dirhams. You're earning 17 heads.
This thing is about. I will go back again to conscience, because it goes to what kind of conscience people. If people who have soft minds can give and give and give and even forget about themselves, you know. And some people also, there are people who have soft minds. There are others who have their desires. They have a lot of excesses. Some people like clubbing. Some people like life. You understand? People, they cannot do without life. So when they come now, they see a little amount of money. They want to go to a club. How much do you spend in a club in Dubai here for one night? Do you know how much it's costing? Those kind of things. So the kind of person who likes life, even if you give him 20,000 per month, it will still be small for him.
Can you imagine? Can you
Yeah, there are
imagine?
people who take their personal desires, you understand, not necessarily what they need, but their desires, they take it above everything. You know?
Ah,
I believe that's kind of that person earning that 17,000 must have been in such a situation. Either maybe he got into a debt, borrowed money or something like that, or his desires, his salary could not meet up with what he desire, his
Jesus
lifestyle
Christ.
is. Yeah.
That person can never be my friend in this life. Wallahi. Please, let's move to the next speaker. Hello, Mr. Emma. Please unmute yourself. What is this? Because he will feel like maybe I'm disrespecting him. Because the way I can talk to such a person, the way I will talk to you, you would think we have personal problem.
Mata, I am grateful to be part of the show today.
We are pleased to have
Yeah,
you here.
I am so grateful. The dear panelists, I've been listening. I mean, it's a little bit very complex to few people to begin. Carol's point is to kill that spirit of people earning 1,000 dirhams after paying flights from their countries at this point. It is too low. That is the truth. If your beginning point, we will not despise those days of
Uh,
little beginning.
Carol, please, I'll bring you up. I'm just, guys, please, we have Mr. Metenish and Mr. Bamid. I don't know. We need someone to go down so we can bring Carol up. She's here. She sent her request. This is the second time. I've not been
Okay,
able
let me
to.
go down. Let me go down. Let me go
Okay,
down.
thank you so much. I really do appreciate. Okay, Mr. Imas, God is with us. Please,
Yeah,
you can
as I
go
was
ahead.
saying, her point is critical, and we have to take it serious. It should be a challenge. You
Mhm.
shouldn't leave your country with so much money to spend for visa, air ticket. You come to settle for such. It is so mean, and it is not something to encourage. We must discourage that. You began from that point. You shouldn't stay on that category for a long time. It's a point we must don't be contented. Don't be contented. I mean, it's so mean. We must speak it out. We must say it out. It is mean for you to travel from Cameroon, from Uganda, Nigeria, come here, settle for 600, 1,000. Come on, what's that? It's too mean. We have to come out from such a cage. And how will you come out? We have discussed about it in last week, the week before last. We talked about it. You have to walk yourself through. There is no point depending and crying foul every day. Walk yourself out. You will not depend on God to bring manna. It is up to you. Only a
Mm-hmm.
determined person will come out from that as easy as good morning. So don't be contented with that kind of a level, and you will proudly begin to cry foul on daily basis. It is up to you. Now, coming up to the issue of managing money, I made a statement in my comments. It is all about objectivity. What is your objective? And this will only be understood by mature people. I am honest in this, it is maturity. In as much as many of us, we are not versed with financial kind of management, which is about budgeting, allocating how much for what, at what point, and doing what. The scaling of your money. Many of us are not versed with that information. We are not taught. Most are ignorant about it. Just flow according to what they see. Someone earning 10,000 doesn't know how to plan, how to execute that amount, because you just landed on it. You don't have a background or orientation of financial management. You don't know what to do. You just follow the training kind of things, and at the end of the month, you are wanting. It is because we don't know. And as we have suggested, I think we will have to look for a financial expert who will come on this platform to give that knowledge to us all to understand how you can manage the least you have by programming, budgeting. And when it comes to objectivity, what do I mean? You have a target. You have a target. Now you are earning 7,000 in some of our cases. Okay, you have your bills to settle. You have a family to take care of. Oblige. As a married man, as I am, it is my obligation to settle my bills, to pay the bills of my children, my wife. It is oblige. I don't have a choice in that. But which is different from someone who is not married, who is one of the children of some parents who are not obliged to do some things every month. And I will buy with I think it was the other speaker that spoke about sometimes I send 20,000 francs, and the next month I will not send. It is a choice. Even if you are not there, others will still take care of the mother and the father. You are not obliged. It is not your sole responsibility. It is not like if you don't do something will happen. No, you are not accountable for that. But when you are married and you are a man, the sole breadwinner of your home, your children will go to school based on this or your responsibility. That is the category where you find yourself. You are obliged to settle their bills. You are obliged to pay their bills. They have to have their pocket allowance. They have to have food excessively in the house. They have to, the couch will be fueled. Light bills, water bills. It is on you. It is your obligation. That is where the objectivity comes from. If you don't know what is rightfully your responsibility, you will mixing up, thinking I am doing the right thing because I have a godly mind, or I'm listening to the cry of the people, without understanding where you come from. After exhausting 14 hours of duty, you are degrading. You are not becoming younger. You are degrading. In maybe the economic terms, you are diminishing. You are not becoming like younger. You are diminishing. If you don't plan your tomorrow today, you will cry, and no one will stand by you. And that is why I think matter plan for this, hunt for those financial experts who will come on this platform to educate the people how they can be able to manage their finances as a professional. We are growing from laymen to professionals, so we should be able to bring an expert on this platform who will be able to break this into small pieces for everyone to understand how financial management can really be applied to individuals at every level. I'm not a financial expert, but I'm talking my experience. You must partition your money accordingly. What is obliged, you set it aside. Every month it is obliged, it's obligatory. You have to send this money for these bills, it is non-negotiable. That which is miscellaneous, it is a wish, sometimes which is the lowest percentage. It is the lowest business hours, as my brother think with me was saying. It is the lowest, which means you can do without. You can even script that off. Sometimes you just keep that shooting in case something comes up for support. You will just extend a helping hand in this aspect and solve the problem. Help a brother, assist a sister, assist a family member. It is not by force. Now, your tomorrow, which is your future, it is vital. Don't forget this. It is important. Somebody has been working for 6 years and something happened to him. He doesn't have a dime in his account. It is witchcraft. This one, na juju. This is not normal. You have been working for 6 years. You have been earning money every month, and something suddenly happens. You hope maybe your body is not firewood. It needs maintenance. Sometimes you fall sick, and you are not able to sponsor yourself to the hospital or to flew yourself back home to treat yourself. It is sad. It is sad. You are eating plus you are tomorrow. You are eating plus your tomorrow. The clubbing life, it is expensive. It is so expensive. We also attend clubs, they know the expensive nature. Just a glass of wine is around 200, 300 dirhams. A glass. Imagine you are clubbing, you are going with a girlfriend, you are going with a friend, and at the end of the day, you find yourself spending 6,000 dirhams a night.
Hello,
Imagine
Mr.
that.
Ikman.
Thank you.
Yeah, they are telling us here that your time is up.
Oh, thank you. I raise my case. I respect the audacity of the platform and the rules. I raise my case. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll continue on Friday.
Sure, sure.
We really do appreciate you. Thank you for your contribution. You guys are super amazing. I'm so glad I have you all. Like, this mission would be impossible without you guys. I really do thank God for bringing you guys my way. So we'll move to the next speaker, who is Teacher B. Hello, Teacher B, the beautiful Cameroonian Teacher B.
Hey guys, good evening. How are
Thank
you?
you for joining, sis.
I'm good. Greetings to everyone.
Mm.
I'm a bit very happy this evening because they're talking about something that is very sensitive and very particular to my heart. If you've watched all my TikTok videos, you discover that all of them, it's all about money, finance, management, literacy, how to make money, manage it, and grow it. So I'm just going to give a wrap up of, I think, my first three videos on my TikTok page, which is a summary of the whole thing we're talking about here, managing finance. And I think that's an area that most of us, especially Africans here in Dubai or in the UAE or in the diaspora, we are kind of lacking in that area a lot. When I I can say majority of my friends, I'm not surprised when I heard someone said here that they had someone that was earning 20K and now they are broke. It's very, very easy to live from that standard. I have seen so many people live from salaries of 15K, 14K, and right now they are like living from hand to mouth. Why? Because they did not have a proper finance plan or a proper money management system in place. So when they get money, they just like squander it. They go with the flow. They do whatever they want. They don't track their expenses. They don't see where their money is going. They cannot give a detailed account of where their money is going, what they're doing with the money. And at the end of the month, they discover that it's just gone and they don't have any proper explanation for the money. So, to give you like a brief breakdown, if you're someone who maybe you're earning a salary, it does not matter how much you're making. How much you're making is not the problem. The problem is if you have a good money management system in place, then if you can start
Yeah.
with, let's say, the 1,200 you're making or even the 2,000 dirhams you're making, and you have a good money management system in place, it doesn't matter. Start with that small one. You can even start with as little as 10 dirhams. And I will share with you what I do. With me, I use what I learned from this book, The Richest Man in Babylon. That's how I manage my finances. He talks
Wow.
about
Mm,
putting your money in
very
5
nice.
different baskets. So
Hmm.
what I have with me is I have 5 different purses. Some of them are bank accounts, some of them are just real purses that I have bought for myself. So these purses are labeled into like 5. I have the first one is my necessity purse, the second one is my investment purse, the third one is my learning purse, the next one is my pension purse, and the last one is my fund purse. So
Wow.
whenever my salary comes in, I know that 60% of my salary, which has to cover my rent, my transportation, and all these other basic necessities, I put them in my necessity purse. And then I'll put 10% of my salary into my investment purse. This investment money is money I'm just saving that should, in case I see an investment or something that I can put money into it, and then I can just take that money and pour it into an investment and make more money. And then the third one is my learning purse. There I put 10% of my salary too, which could be money for me going to a conference or paying for an online course or doing something that would better my skills and knowledge. That's my learning purse. And then the next purse is my pension. Pension, this is the one, the richest man in Babylon. If you read the richest man in Babylon, he says, whenever you get your salary, you pay yourself first. I'm saving for myself. I'm already saving money for myself and my kids. I'm not married yet, but I'm saving money already for myself and
Wow.
my kids. So that's the pension fund. That's where the 10% goes to. My old age, my pension, when I cannot work again or when I
Hmm.
cannot wake up and do business again. That's my pension. And then the last part, which is the 10%, it goes to my phone box. That's where when someone tells me, oh, let's hang out, I take money from my phone box. Or when someone tells me, oh, please, can you lend money for me? Can you do? You see that it does not touch any of the other finances. And with
Hmm.
this, at the end of the month, I can track where my money is going. Immediately you get paid, do this. Don't start spending before you do it. Collect all the salary, spread them into these purses. At least you have an accurate accounting of where your money is going and you're seeing where it is going. And the secret is every month I try my best not to finish the money in the fund purse. And if I have maybe some left for that month, I try to put it maybe in my investment purse or in my pension purse. And that way I'm tracking my finances. I'm going to end up with the last part of this, which is the habit of buying flashy things, especially those who are here in the UAE. If you're in the UAE, trust me, if you are not a very, very disciplined person financially, you will make money and you will spend all of it because they will give you 1,000 reasons to spend. Like they will give you 1,000 everywhere you walk on the street. You go to Dubai Mall, you have all these flashy things. They literally just make the adverts and are putting them in your eyes every day. It takes a lot of financial discipline to actually save money in this country. And honestly, if you're one of those people who lack this, you're going to suffer. I always say to myself, if you're someone I know and your salary is below 5,000 dirhams and you have an iPhone 14, I am unfriending you because that's just proof to me that you do not
Yeah,
know how to do
yeah,
financial
yeah.
planning.
Thank you
You
so much,
cannot be
Mr. B.
someone whose finances you are earning a salary less than 5,000 dirhams. You're buying iPhones. You're just telling me you don't know what you're doing with your finances.
Teacher
I
B,
don't
one
care what
minute.
you did to have that phone.
Teacher B,
Yeah.
please, 1 minute. Yes.
Yes,
Some
please.
just stopped being my friend. Why? See, her salary is even below 3,000. Hmm? But she bought a necklace of 2,000 dirhams.
That's to tell me you're stupid with your finances. When you're
He
like
had
that, I
an
just shift from
iPhone
you.
14. That's what I
I
follow.
just move from you. I just move from you because
Like,
if you're someone
she
and
was,
you keep telling me you're complaining financially, and when I look at your financial decisions, they don't add up in my head. They don't. Especially if I know how much you're making. And then I see it's not my money, yes, but if you're my friend, like you really call yourself my friend, there's a way I think, there's a way I reason. And my friends are mostly people that think and reason in my direction. So if you start making another reason why you see some people struggle financially is because they are friends with spendaholics like that. People who use their money and this peer pressure gets into you and you start disrupting your own financial plan. So for me to be on a safe side and protect my own financial money management system in place, it's better we stop being friends because your attitude is going to push me to disrupt my own plan. Because one day we're going to be hanging out somewhere. You are someone who doesn't bother spending 500 dirhams on a lunch date. I bother. I have a plan. I have a budget I'm working on. So if you're that kind of a friend and a peer, I discover your life is going to influence mine. You cannot be buying iPhone when your salary is that minimum. To me, I stay away from such people. Your financial management system is it's not working with me. The maths is not adding up in my head. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
thank
Good
you
night.
so much, Jabi. Like, please, I want you to check the comment section. Like, you have been super amazing. I mean, this night, may God bless you. Hey, Teacher B, you go nowhere. Me and you will die for this social media. Here we dey on this TikTok. See, people just love what you just said, all your illustration, everything. Just check. Please check the comment section. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you. And even Mr. Think with me just said here that we don't need where is it? I want to check that his comment again. He said we don't where is it? Aha. Martha, we don't need financial experts. We already have people with experience on the platform. Like, thank you, thank you. Thank God for this wisdom upon you. May God keep increasing you in Jesus' name. So let's move to the next speaker. Hello, Carol. The legend has been here for a while, and I appreciate you, the legend, but permit us because Carol was here, but she was unable to say a word. She left and she came back. So let's give her an opportunity. Hello, Carol.
Yeah, Martha, good evening. And good
Good
evening to
evening,
everyone.
my sister. Thanks for joining again. What happened? You left us. You left us. What happened?
You cannot just understand my situation. I'm sick, oh. I see me like that.
Well, quick recovery, Mama.
I'm not
It's well.
sound, really.
It's well.
I think I'll be going back. I think I'll be going back to the country in one more time so I can go and polish up.
Okay,
Yeah.
for treatment.
So I just wanted to say this about the
Hello,
thousand
Carol. It's like your
that
network
we
is
understand.
poor.
Are you getting me?
Sure, loud and clear.
Okay. Like somebody said here that some people earn 1,000 dirham because of the condition here. We understand the condition. So I just wanted to give this practical example. If you're here, you're earning 1,000 dirham, make sure you don't send money back home for the first 1 year. Really. You can tell your family that you have not even found a job. It's difficult. Oh, the 1,000 dirham, make sure you save at least 600 dirham each month. In 6 months' time or in a year's time, you should be able to take one of these cheapest courses, whether it's this barrister training. In fact, anything that you know that is high demand in the job market that will make you like earn a good salary. You start from there because in everything there's a starting point, right? You start from there. Because if you're earning 1,000 dirham for more than 6 months, or for more than 1 year, then I understand that you don't know what you're doing. You cannot be earning 1,000 dirham for more than a year. Then I understand that you don't actually know what you're doing, because you see somebody. I was living with a girl. That girl came here. We were even the ones trying to feed her. She got a job of 1,500 for a start. We told her that this is just for a start. The first salary that girl got, like she sent 1,000 back to Cameroon. And I was angry. I said, is it my money? Why am I even angry? And she said like she didn't even do anything wrong. That's somebody we were feeding and helping her around. And the first salary she got, a salary of 1,500 francs, she's sending 1,000 to Cameroon. Matter one thing, the thing people don't understand is that if you don't send money back home to those people, they will not die. Believe me, they will not die.
They won't.
Even if somebody dies, it means the person was meant to die. Make sure you invest in yourself and place yourself at a better position so you can better help them. Two blind people cannot help each other. Make sure you are better placed before you can help them. Because they'll call you, they'll make as if they are already, they'll call you and make as if they are dying. If you don't send money, those people will not die, they will be fine. I'm talking out of experience. Before traveling here in Cameroon, I was fine. I had a good salary, I had my matricle. But I'm not the type of person that I'm just contented with the little I had. Even though I had my matricle, I had my salary coming. Even if I go to, you know how they work in Cameroon, even if you don't go to work, at the end of the month, your salary is coming. So, but that was not, I wanted to be above that. I wanted to be more than that. That's why I'm here. But what did I do? I decided, I took that money, I was busy sponsoring people in school. I'm talking about my siblings here. If I go out with my sibling, you think that maybe I'm her house help, but that's somebody who is going to school and I'm the one sponsoring her in school. You understand? So, and I even regretted it at the end. I'm talking from experience. I even regretted it at the end because people are there, they are busy having children around. Your money is to send them to school. I'm there, I don't have any child, but I'm sending them to school and feeding their children. You understand?
Yeah.
At some point in time, I realized that no, even no matter how you love your family, put yourself first. I know what I'm talking about. Put yourself first. I'm telling you, if I had put myself first, maybe I wouldn't even be in the UAE. I would have gone somewhere more better than this. I wouldn't have been starting from here. I came here because I was taking my salary and sponsoring other people and saying that family problems never get finished. They will never get finished. So put yourself first. Those people, anyone tells you, there's a way out. You cannot end there if you are determined. Use that little money, invest in yourself, move further, place yourself in a better position. Then you can better help your family. You can better help your family. That's just all I wanted to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sister Carol, for this powerful contribution. Very brief, but powerful. Let he who has ear hear. So many of us are here. We are listening. Some of us are not even understanding. Some of us are not even, it's like they are just throwing water on a duck's back, but it's well. We'll keep repeating it. Teacher B says, at times, financial discipline. And that word is selfishness. That's one word that I'm forcing myself that this year, 2023, it must enter here and stay.
She's saying the truth. She's saying the truth. I read
Selfishness,
it from this book.
life.
I read it from this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, that a little selfishness is necessary for your salvation.
It's
Let them call you
necessary.
bad. Let them call you selfish. Yes,
Because,
let it be.
no, Sister Carol, the thing is, you're being selfish to yourself, you're pleasing
Yes.
them, and they see nothing wrong with it.
Oh
And
my
when you
God.
try being selfish towards them, they see everything wrong. Okay.
It's terrible.
She says it's not selfishness. It is called self-full mess. That's
I
a
will not.
new word.
I will not advise anybody to go through what I went through in my family. When I even traveled here, I had no contact. I wasn't in contact with any of my family members, not because of the financial trauma they put me through.
Ah,
The thing is that
oh
those
my
people, they will
God.
never ask you that. Please, you are spending this money on us. What are you doing with yourself?
Hello,
They
sis.
will
We have
never ask
someone
you.
here. Please. CP is here. He says, Mama, thank you so much for this course. I'm earning 1,000 AED here. But Mama, what course can I do here?
Okay, the money is not much.
What?
Okay, let someone else speak. Sorry.
She says she's earning 1,000.
Yes.
Okay, and she's asking for which course she can do. Well, it depends. It depends on what her ambitions are, what her intentions are, what she wants to become in life. Because you need to have where you are going to before you start thinking of how much you will spend to get what you want. You understand? Because if she's someone that is interested in the sciences, maybe she will decide to go in for nursing or whatsoever. But remember, if you are going in for any course in this UAE, there are packages you can pay monthly if you cannot pay all the money at once. You can be going to the school and paying partially in a course that is very expensive. You know, some people also do safety. I don't know. So it depends on what she wants. Nebosh IGC. That one is also done. That one is a little bit cheap. That one is 2,000 or 2,005, depending. So it depends on what she wants. Then she'll go in for that training. She'll have to do her findings to see how much it is costing. Yeah. She can do barista also. People are doing barista. These people who make coffee and all of that. So it really depends on what she wants.
Hello, Teacher B. Thank you so much, Mr. Metenish. I don't know, Teacher B, since you're in the comment section, we still have Mr. Think with me in the comment section. We have Mr. Legend in the comment section. Guys, please, we have a brother here. He needs help, Mr. Sepe. He says he's earning 1,000 dirhams. He needs guidance. He wants to take a course. Okay, she can take barrister training, logistics, or CNA course. Okay. So, hello, Mr. Frank Casey. Thanks for joining. Okay.
Why are they not gifting us on this your life matter?
You
They
don't
know
know
you
these
give for the life.
people. It's always like that, sir. You know, if we were here just to discuss and have fun and do things that will not impact us, things that will not build us, things that will not add value,
Yes, like relationship
you will
issues
see
and
the
all of that.
gifters here. Yes, it's always like that. We don't care about the gifters. We appreciate gifters, but if we don't have gifters, no problem. We are gifting ourselves. The knowledge Teacher B has poured here is more than gifts. The knowledge Mr. Think with me has poured is more than gifts. The knowledge Sister Carol is more than gifts. Thank you so
Hey,
much, Mr. Metenish. It's
Mata,
more
can
than
I
gifts.
quickly say something before I go?
Okay.
The person asking for a course, I think I've made some videos regarding that. I have videos on my blog. When I'm doing those things, it's based on what people tell me to research about. So I do my research and findings and then I make the videos. I may not have the exact knowledge in my head right now, but I think they're on my blog.
Okay.
I have a video regarding a safety course, I think bartending,
Okay.
um, teaching, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a new field that I'm still encouraging Cameroonians to get into it, or even Africans in general here in the UAE to get into it. That's physical education. He makes a lot of money with that. So
Yeah.
I was saying that I'm going to find out from him the certificate he did to be a PE teacher. That's a very
That's
nice course.
good.
You
Yeah.
just walk in, you have your PE session, maybe 1 or 2 hours, depending on the classes you're taking, and you can do that for 3 or 4 schools per week. It's a very flexible job for someone. You can be doing that like 2 or 3 schools where you're a PE teacher. You can teach maybe sports. You could teach maybe, depending on what you like, football, tennis, or something. That's another field where when next he comes around, I'll find out from him how he got the license and all that. And
Yeah,
then
I will as well do
there's
same
another
because I
field
live as
too.
well with a coach here, and he's very young. He's still in
Yeah.
his, I think, early 20s, very young guy. And since the person asking the questions is a guy, I think that too will help.
Yeah, especially if you're someone that likes sports or that likes football, that likes, you
Yeah.
can become a football coach for schools here.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy. And the guy I'm talking about, he teaches table tennis. He teaches tennis in my school and football for kids.
Peter B, there's also
Yeah,
another thing, music.
music too.
Yes.
Music teacher. You
Yeah.
can be a music teacher. This how do they call this aerobics? Ballet dance. This one is mostly for ladies. I don't know about men too,
For
but
music,
that
even men
one,
do it. I know a guy, he's a music tutor.
yeah. So those are very flexible jobs that you can just, you drive in 1 hour, do your thing, and you're out. You
Yeah.
drive to another school, maybe go to another school 2 or 3 hours, and you're out. It's a very flexible job. It's not like something you have to stay there the entire day to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think there is a barrister course I posted on my wall. So I think it's on my TikTok wall. The course is about 4,000 for you to become a professional mixology. These people who mix alcohol and hot drinks.
Mm-hmm.
It's an advanced level of bartending. If you're someone that is into maybe F&B restaurants, you want to like get maybe higher pay, you can do that course and you work in most of these big places like in the Palm. You do bartending where you mix alcohol, cocktails and all that. You get a very good pay. They pay them very well. Um, and then if for the health and safety, I have a couple of friends that are into health and safety. Most of them, they always talk about Nebush and all this. I don't really know more about health and safety, but I think at that time I did some research and I posted some websites. And if you're a lady and you intend to get into the teaching field, I've posted 1,000 of those videos, so many of those videos on my site, on my TikTok page too. The courses, how to go about it, the duration and the amount of the courses, everything is there, is stated and well explained there. But if you still have more questions, like I say, you can always just leave a comment or leave a message for me. Don't get angry if I don't respond. If you want me to respond as fast as possible, send an email.
Yeah.
That's where I'll respond as fast as possible. But whenever I see it, I will answer you if you have any more questions regarding them. So, and if you're also a lady, you should think of getting into aviation. I don't know why Africans are not doing aviation courses, like these people who do cabin crew. You see, most of these aviation companies are hiring too. And they are, it's a very good job too. If you like traveling a lot, you should consider doing aviation courses. I've been preaching the gospel of stop doing Sira and CNI or CNI or CNA, they call that course.
Yeah.
Yes, please stop doing it. The market for that is it's so saturated in such a way that the pay is beginning to drop because the demand for it, the market is too saturated right now. So if only we Africans can really try to step aside and think of something else. You can also get into beauty, do this beauty courses.
Um,
You learn how to do laser, facials. All these courses will help you stand out. At least something that is not like trending and something different.
mhm,
Everybody is
mhm.
doing Zira. Everybody is doing, you should do
Thank
something
you so much,
different.
Teacher B. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate. Due to time, let's let Mr. Think with me because our time is up. Our
Yes,
time
yes,
is up.
actually, it's past time. Yeah, just a quick one. Well, from what she was saying, there's one thing that I had and I laughed. Because the last time, few weeks ago, I saw one of my colleagues and I told him, I called him, I told you how much he's earning. He's earning 18,000. I told him you must come on this live and testify. Of the things she was saying, they talk of safety and because they don't have a lot of information about it. The reason why nobody talks much about safety is because everybody that is into safety is earning a lot of money and they selfishly will not tell you much. I am telling you. One brother commented he did safety, he didn't get a job. There's more to safety than what you think. Nebosh and all those things, it's nothing. Matter, there's oil and gas is one of the biggest and the most lucrative areas that people need to look out to, mostly the men. But the reason is no one talks about it because they're earning a lot of money and they're just quiet. I'm being honest. I'm in oil and gas. I am being honest. But you can see that people have more information about baristas, about teaching, cabin crew, because it's everywhere. And every time something is everywhere, it reduces on the demand. And when the demand has been reduced, it reduces on the pay. You still get low pay even if you have a lot of certificates, or even if it's high pay, it will be limited. You can never exceed and be an engineer, barrister, or you exceed and be something in all these departments. But in oil and gas, the sky is the limit. I know it's late. We shall get time. We shall talk about it on any other day. But people need to start researching. Ask yourself, what built Dubai? What built Abu Dhabi? It is oil and gas. This is where the real, I'm not saying other careers don't have, but this is where money is. Easy money, quick money, and easy to learn and understand and to progress into. We'll talk about it on Friday, no problem. Thanks, Mata.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Think With Me. I'm glad we have people like you who are not selfish, because it's true. There are so many. Yes, I'm interested in the Africans, trust me. There are so many Africans earning good money, but they have sealed their mouths because they are selfish. They don't, like, they don't want to share the knowledge. They don't want people to be where they are. I don't know, or maybe it's because they are scared of witchcraft, of attacks. Guys, we are live every Wednesday and Friday, 7 p.m. UAE time, 4 p.m. Cameroon time. Every Wednesday and Friday, we are live, 7 p.m. UAE time and 4 p.m. Cameroon time. Okay, guys, let's round up. We've come to the end of this program. Good night to you all. See you guys on Friday. Friday is just the day after tomorrow. So it's just one day. After Thursday, you guys are going to see me again. We'll come back and elaborate more on this. We'll keep discussing about this. There's no other way. There's no other option. It's only by you and I sharing the little knowledge we have with our brothers and sisters, and we believe we'll come out of that 1,000 dirhams level. We all want to grow. Yes. What I've come to discover in the UAE is education or not, whether you are educated or not, you can be somebody in the UAE. Stay safe, everyone, and have a blessed night. Bye bye. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, Mr. Frank Casey, good night to you. Good night, legend. Good night, Sepe. Good night, Rose. Good night, Mr. Think With Me. Good night, Teacher B. Good night, Carol.